so long, too long. I'm sure you know him. Singer, guitarist as well, right? And I hear he was born in Benin to an Ijesha father and an Edo mother. Died 4 years ago, 2020. Ah, well. So it's not been so long. I was here on Saturday. So welcome to a brand new week, which of course started yesterday. But of course, for some people, their week actually starts today because they just start counting from the day they have to step out of the house to go to work. But the week starts on a Sunday. Anyway, it's the sunny side. Good afternoon once again. My name is Constance Irele Mega. All right, so today is Monday, and being Monday, we get to look at new things. Excuse me. And by new things, with the current situation in Nigeria, we're looking out for perhaps new prices of things. Yeah. We get to know what is going on with the whole petrol situation. It is getting better and better. Okay, so we're going to have a conversation about how our lives are changing because of the economic challenges in Nigeria. I've already told you, pump price of petrol is still going higher and higher. And prices of goods and services generally are going up. And so many people are now finding new ways to adjust. Some are changing the way they spend money. Some are changing the way they move around. Some are changing the way they help people. Some are even picking up new hobbies. All right. So let's just discuss how these changes are affecting our daily lives. So we'll be talking about lifestyle changes amid economic situation. That's the conversation for now till about 1 and beyond that. But for now, we got a commercial break. Let's be sure. Yeah, it's there. I'll be back.
For more talk, news and sport.
And we're back. We're live on Facebook, so please get on there and join the conversation. And I'm asking you pretty simple questions. I like to do simple questions, all right? So the questions I'm asking are, what changes have you made because of the economic situation in the country? What are those changes that you have made? And then, second of all, what changes do you think will last even when the economy improves? So let's say the price of petrol goes all the way down to perhaps 800 naira per liter. Yeah, I know you were expecting something better. I can actually do better, right? I know, but let's just stay there. Okay, fine. Let's go. Let's 800 naira per liter. Let's just stay there. So let's say the price goes down to 800 naira per liter. Okay, I'm still feeling weird saying 800 naira per liter. Let's do 600 naira per liter. It's better, right? Exactly. So what if today, at the end of today, there's an announcement that the pump price of petrol is now 600 naira per liter? So what are those changes that you have made that you think you would continue with and would last even when the economy improves? That's basically what that question is. So the first one is, what are the changes you have made because of the current situation? Whether it's good for you or bad for you. Maybe not bad, but you just had to adjust. All right. So talk to me about that. I would like to hear from you. And of course, the second one is, what are the changes you think will last, will continue even when the economy improves? All right, 110, there's a recorded program. Sorry, not a recorded program. We're going to have some people in the studio for about 10 minutes. And of course, afterwards, we'll wrap up the conversation that we have here. And then within the 1:30 till about 2 o'clock, just within that half hour, I'm going to bring you a water prompt, all right? And then 2 o'clock, we have the news update. And after the news update, today's Monday, and every Monday, we have Family Matters on this radio station. So yeah, tune in, stay tuned for that one. Family Matters with Pastor Wisdom Osiri. We started, there was a series that we started last week, so we'll continue this week. All right, so that will be all for today. But hey, let's get on it. Get on Facebook, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH, and let's hear from you. And on X, it's Nigeria Info PH as well. So let's hear from you. And so I think we had that in the news earlier today. All right, some commercial drivers in Port Harcourt raising alarms about the recent hike in petrol prices, and they're saying, hey, this is adversely affecting our daily activities and our livelihood. Now, they spoke to our correspondents and they said there is a significant decline, meaning reduction in customers. People who would ordinarily reach out to them, book them, but they're saying we no longer see people because a lot of people are even struggling to afford the transportation fares that they have had to increase because of the pump price of petrol. You can't blame them. And it's not just the pump price of petrol, so many other things, but that is the basic thing. All right. So people are struggling to afford it. And so a lot of people have now resorted to trekking, which is also a good thing for the health. I mean, it's a win-win situation, right? So for some people who ordinarily wouldn't really trek for a reasonable amount or distance because of where they live, perhaps inside one estate, you just come down from your flats and then you just step out a little bit. You enter keke. Keke will drive you all the way to the road. From the road, you enter another taxi or another keke that will drive you all the way to the next place. Or you book boats and just enter and they drive you all the way to where you're going to. But for some people, they've had to change that now because the price is not pricing. So we did a little bit of a survey, visited filling stations. As of last week, some people bought at 1,200 naira, 1,250, and this week is about 1,300, 1,350. It is just a Monday. I mean, I had to say it's Monday, like over and over and over, and I had a reason for that, and this is part of the reasons for that. All right? So tell me now, what changes have you had to make? The phone lines are open though, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0007. I do hope that the phone lines will be clear today, but if one or two persons call in and their calls are not very clear, we're going to do something else. All right? You're going to call me via WhatsApp, but for now, till I get those calls, and then I'm going to check. All right? So send me a message via WhatsApp to 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. So it could be changes that you have decided to inculcate, because for some people were just waiting, saying, okay, if by next week the pump price of petrol increases further, we're going to have to start doing this. So it could be changes that you've told yourself you're going to start or you're going to imbibe from this week, looking at the pump price of petrol. It could be. So whatever those changes are, that's what I want us to discuss right now on the show. All right? Don't be tired of it. If there could be things that some other person who is struggling with the situation in the country right now and hasn't found a way around it could learn from. So you could share and let's hear what you're doing that could also benefit another person. All right? My topic is not long. Let me look at my topic again. Somebody's accusing me of a long topic. It's not. Lifestyle changes amid economic situation. Very short stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5 words. I know what I did. Anyway, you say mega something. For me, the changes I have made, I have cut down the rates at which I chop. Now I do half meal daily. What's that supposed to mean? Secondly, I trek a lot these days. Someone would think it's exercise, but now economy and the effects is giving my shoes. I swear to God looks. Thirdly, I have cut down the rate of visitors who visit me. Nobody should come until I invite anyone over. I have also tried to mind my business or say hi to people these days so someone doesn't start giving me the lines of issues and family history. I hide in my hole these days. Changes. I will continue drinking more water often. It helps. Chiago say, okay, thank you so much for that one. So people who have visitors every Sunday, do you still host people every Sunday? I mean, there are families like that. I mean, growing up, actually, it was like a thing in my family. We always expected people every Sunday. Yeah, like it was as if we calculated, okay, from this time to this time, we know that people will come. And so after they have left, we will now go and. So we have like two places we normally would visit. There was an uncle, there was an aunt. So we always visited these people. It was a Sunday thing. So if it's either we're here or we're there, or sometimes we just go here, stay a little, stay a while and go to the other person's place. Do people still do that in this economy? Because if someone visits you on Sunday, they will need to eat rice now, right? Yeah, you have to give them something. People will not visit you and you tell them to drink water and chill. Netflix and chill is not to Netflix and drink water. So what are the lifestyle changes that you are making? Are you hosting more people these days? Perhaps your earning capacity has increased as against what many other people are saying. I was telling someone earlier, I said, I'm going to use the word situation, economic situation. I'm not going to call it economic hardship because for some people, it's not hardship. The situation has changed for them for better. And now they can open their doors wide open and let people in to come and eat. I mean, someone somewhere said, anywhere you see free food, avail yourself and go and chop. Yeah? So what are those changes that you have made? Perhaps sleeping earlier or sleeping later than usual. If you are a business owner, what are the changes you've also made to your business? Maybe something that has to do with your workers or the way you render service so that you will not be spending more money. You will make sure that you cut down on the amount of money that is lost in the process of getting the job done. I mean, losses do happen, but sometimes some people do not really pay attention to these losses because they feel like the money is coming in. But when jungle don't mature like this, you start paying better attention. You start looking at those books yourself. You no longer leave it to whoever. You call them, say, oh yeah, come, let's look at the books. Let's be sure. Let's ensure that everything is proper here. Right? So tell me, what are those changes that you're making? 0817-923-0007. Someone here, Ernest from Woji, says, I no longer go to the bar to waste money. I don't go out too much these days except work. I've stopped womanizing because it's expensive in this economy. Okay. Soke Fubara says, lifestyle changes amidst economic situation. For me, I have cut down on how I move around. Some Sundays, I might want to see a friend, go somewhere, but for a very long time, I have not done that. I don't drive too far. I have not visited the shopping mall for some time now. So that's my reality. Interestingly, I have not had people begging me for money. So I have not dashed money. Uncle Soke, you're also not dashing money. Why are you like this? Dash people money, oh, please don't wait for them to ask you. No, really. Please dash people money. Ida is calling from Nkoro. Hello, Ida.
My sister.
Welcome.
Yeah, these days I don't normally go out. So once I close up, 9 hours I did. Yeah, I don't close up. With the chauffeur enter taxi. 3 people I know enter the taxi. Say that I will pay for me. My sister was terrible. I tell them, say I record my code according to my size. I don't need to pretend. No day, no claiming again now. Importing from outside itself, I don't stop. And now marriage is sweet. I can close out some house. Manage it alive. I will love that.
All right, thank you very much. I'm sure his wife will be happy for that. Hello, Gloria from Rumibo. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome aboard.
I want to contribute to this economy. I've really learned a lot too. I don't go to places anyhow, except that place is very important too. Despite that, I wear the clothes I have. I don't bother myself with clothes. I make sure the ones I have are neat. I don't go for clothes. I understand that I have needs. So I've learned a lot. I don't go to places anyhow.
Wow.
So it's really helping me. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. Interesting. So I'm still waiting for those people that have now opened their doors. Their gates are wide open and they're telling people, oh, yeah. See, as all of us, we understand how things are. Oh, yeah, come to my house, come and eat. I mean, there are those people. They exist, right? So I would like those persons to also call me and let me know what you're doing. Let me know how much you are supporting people. That could be the changes you've made. Someone somewhere may have taken it upon themselves to pay another person's school fees because they just feel like, okay, I think I understand. This family, they won't be able to cater for the needs of all their kids. Let me just take one of the kids. Perhaps not necessarily carry the child to your house, but just take up caring for that particular person. I was reading something about that somewhere. Where did I see that? Someone was basically appreciating another person. Okay, it was on my WhatsApp status. Appreciating someone for talking to them about helping family members as against helping outsiders. The person was more like, some of you are very quick to help outsiders, but you wouldn't do that for your family members. And then she said, because of that thing you said, I decided to just help one of my siblings start paying the school fees of their last child. And I'm glad I started doing that. Oh my goodness. Kingsley from HA, please do well to call back. So tell me those kind of changes as well in this economic situation in Nigeria. I would also like to hear that. All right, Charles from Aba, I have cut down the use of boiled hot water for bathing in my house just to save the use of gas. Yeah, that one day, right? Constance, nice topic. I'm looking for where I can visit and eat rice. So if you invite me, I will come. Good afternoon, my air lady. I used to travel to my state every 3 months to see my mother and siblings. But since that subsidy is gone announcement, I don't know where the road to my state is. And I don't buy things I want, but only things I need. This economy don't show me shaggy. Dave, you didn't even end your message with, it is what it is. It's really showing. Okay, thank you. Grace, I'm seeing your message. Grace says, egg is gold. Oh. I don't buy egg again. And I don't buy cakes again. That's the change for me. And I try to snore and sleep well. It helps. All right, Grace. All right. There are people that it was something I used to do as a child, right? Until I saw some adults do it in Port Harcourt, and it kind of like felt weird. So somebody would just be passing and, Madam, give me egg. You just open the egg and eat. I'm like, oh, okay. People just eat boiled egg. Just like that. Just like that. I didn't know. I thought it was something we did as kids based on you just want to eat egg. But now as an adult, I feel like if you're going to eat egg, it should be for a purpose. For the purpose of breakfast, lunch or dinner. You're eating egg with bread and tea. Or you're eating egg with rice. Or, something like that. I know that people still do that stuff. So I'm pretty sure with that particular story over the weekend where some person's a poultry or so was announcing that pretty soon they will start selling a crate of egg for 10,000 naira. That what happened? It's all of us that kill Jesus Christ. But he arose now. He's no longer in the grave. That what happened? Egg. Please, that thing that is inside egg, where else can we find it? But still, people would do their weddings and birthday celebrations. And those who bake, they would use egg. So if you say you're not going to spend your money on egg, will you buy cake? Unless you're choosing not to do cutting of cake during your wedding, white wedding actually, or getting a cake for your birthday celebration, unless you're choosing not to do that. Oh, please remember, we have a call screener. So please, when you call in, stay on the line. All right? Thank you. Stay on the line. You'll be patched through. You will get to me. All right? So what changes have you made because of the economic situation? So the changes are not necessarily the things that you have cut down on. The changes could also be things that you have started doing for other people or for yourself. Perhaps you would normally get someone to cut your flowers. Is it cutting? It's called. Oh, there's a word for what I'm looking for. That thing that Adam was taught to do with the garden. You know the word. If you can remember, please help me. All right? So perhaps normally you would get someone to do those things for you and you pay the person. But these days you're like, what is flour that I have the equipment now? Is it not? Chakam. I can do it. It's exercise. Perhaps you now bring your kids outside and say, yeah, family bonding. Bonding time. Because of the economic situation, you're saving that money for something else. You could rather use it to buy ice cream for your kids or take them out or do something for yourself. Or maybe normally you would actually do those things by yourself. But then you're looking at the economic situation and you're like, if I actually give this money to somebody to do this work, it will benefit them all. Perhaps you see a young man in your street and perhaps you like him, but he doesn't really have a job. And so you say, come and be sweeping my compound. Let me be paying you. Come and be cleaning this place. Let me be paying you. There are people who have chosen to do this because of the economic situation. So tell me what those things are that you're doing. The phone lines are good. All you have to do for me is when you call in, stay on the line, even if it's not my voice you hear. All right? The person at the other end is going to connect you to me. All right? Thank you very much. So stay on the line. All right. Gabriel Gazini is asking, waiting day for us now. I don't understand. Waiting day for you based on what? I'm seeing that message on Facebook though. What are you looking for? Okay, I'm seeing many messages here on Facebook. Amefula Innocent Jr. I'm going to come back to that. All right, so you say, I am now more prudent in spending, but then it has made me kinder than ever, especially in assisting people. People are suffering. Don't push away or ignore hungry people. Please help them. With that little you have, true love is manifested when you are able to share that little you have than sharing when you have it in abundance. Ooh, now these are the people I've been talking about. They actually exist. So talk to me about this as well, all right? Sometimes we do some of these things and we don't really take notes. We don't really put it to mind that much. You might have cut down on going to visit people, but you may have also increased your giving. You may have started giving more without even really thinking about it. Unlike the guy that sent me a message and said he's not dashing people money as well. Don't be like that. That was okay, Fubara. Okay. Christian from Port Harcourt says, I still do most of the things I do, just that I do them around. I also try different ways to make more money to match the economic demand. I have reduced my selfless services and I now date only one girl. Oh my goodness me. Okay. Good morning, Lady C. Firstly, as a fashion designer, I don't usually do amendments before, but right now, that's what I eat with. So nobody they sew new clothes again. The thing don't choke. Secondly, I still entertain visitors though, because it's not easy these days. So if anyone visits me, I will make sure you eat, especially little kids from my church and neighborhood. As for cooking, I use hot plates, mostly thanks for NEPA that always give us light. I cut how I spend, like going to bars and amusement places for fun. I just stay in my house on Sunday and mind my business. Kendrick Senior sent us that one. All right, thank you very much, Kendrick Senior. That's incredible. All right, who else is here? Let's see what you're doing. Good afternoon, Constance. My name is Mr. Real Choice. Every new academic year, I pay at least 2 children's school fees in my neighborhood. But now I have totally stopped because of the economic situation of the country. And it's really disturbing me because this new academic session, children are still looking up to me. And you also say people have stopped buying beer for friends now. Thanks. Oh, wow. So is it not possible to pay for one child at least? I mean, if you're doing for 2 kids, is it not possible to pay for one child? Okay. Or if you can't pay school fees, is there something else you can do for them? Perhaps pay for school materials, maybe books, maybe school uniform, extra stockings, shoes. If it's a baby girl, you can take up making the child's hair. You can tell the mother, okay, so every 2 weeks, I'll make sure every 3 weeks, the child's hair is changed. There's a new hair. I'm going to take care of that. You could take that up. Just about anything. Anything. You could take up ensuring that the child has snacks to go to school with. You can find out from the parents what is the snacks this child normally would take to school. This and this. Okay, I'll be doing that one. So you don't necessarily have to pay school fees if it's become so much of a big deal for you at this point in time, right? That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to let you see that there are still stuff you can do for people at this point in time. All right, good afternoon, Constance. I'm Prince from Elimbu. I've stopped visiting office frequently. I'm now working from home online. I prefer buying data than paying transport fare now. Thanks. Okay. So I want to believe it's your office that made that possible, because if you work in, perhaps you are the owner of your business. I want to also assume that. But if you are working for someone and the person does not say work from home, I mean, what are you going to do? Right? Due to the economic realities now, I had a change of mind of having more children, especially female ones. The conviction of having more female children is because of my experiences during the burial of my mother-in-law recently. It is indeed good to have at least 3 of them. This person, you want to carry us to go where we don't know anyway. Let's just read. The females and their husbands made everything super good. I then decided to have more 2 female children, but because of the economy now, I have to think otherwise. Family planning is now an option. From Uncle Sam, from Rumigbo. So all the preaching, all the sensitization, all the gospel about family planning, nurses and doctors, you see, it did not work. It took economic situation to get this man to embrace family planning. Glory. Thank God. I mean, so the economic situation is not bad after all. It's not all bad. It's a situation. All right. Hello. Are you laughing or crying?
I'm laughing.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing work these days. On Sunday,
I want you to do me a favor. You need to turn off your radio sets or Kukuma go outside.
Okay. So now I find myself doing more for people, especially that are struggling with transport. No, they keep quarreling. Little stuff that will go on top of the transport and accelerate people.
Wow.
I don't use my gas often. I use electrical gas. That's all that I do now. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. She just, she was laughing, but she says she's doing more for people now, especially when it comes to transport fare. You know that there are more and more people quarreling on the road because of 15 naira. Yes. There are. The other day I saw a woman, she was well dressed. But I mean, she was properly dressed. And the next thing, she grabbed the keke driver by the collar. Give me my 15 naira now. Oh my God. I could understand. You might be saying, madam, you're bigger than... don't you try it. That 15 naira. Do you know where she's going to? The next taxi or keke she would board, she might need that 15 naira to complete it. And she may have settled her children and they've gone to school. And now you want to come and take the 50. Don't you dare. You know, before, there are some, when it comes to change, used to be like the touts that used to drink all those small money. But now people, they read, though. Don't hold my change. Give it to me. Give it to me. And then there's also something that I've also noticed that I nearly called the name of a company that e-hailing drivers are doing. Yeah, that's the word. E-hailing cab drivers are doing. And so you book a ride, you see a price on the app, and so you go ahead, you confirm. And the driver picks the ride and you both speak, perhaps. He calls you on the phone and says, I'm here. And you say, this is where I am. And then the person drives towards you and they're here. And you open the door and you're seated in there and you slam the door. And the next question is, how much show for the app? And then you tell the person how much. And they will say, no, for this kind of economy, I cannot go from that price. This is a conversation to actually have, and I think it's something Jude should discuss on Hello Port Harcourt if he has not discussed it. And so here is an e-hailing cab driver feeling entitled, feeling that he's the only one that is living in Nigeria. You came from the abroad to enter his car. You fell from Mars. You say, I cannot go on that amount. And so it just makes me really wonder, the economic situation. I'm seeing the price they put there on that app, and the price is already high. And yet, because I want to book a ride, because I don't want to enter one taxi to another and go to where I'm going to, and then you still want us to come and haggle. Like, you have your own price in your mind that you now want to tell me. I should go stand on the road now and look for normal drop so that we can do that back and forth. So that's something else I've also noticed that's happening in Port Harcourt these days. Is that I've not had the feeling to report somebody. Someone has just remembered the word I was looking for. Tend to the garden. Thank you, Areselia. Thank you for that one. Yeah, when I was talking about cutting flowers, instead of getting people to do it and paying them, you're doing it by yourself. It's actually tending to the garden. Thank you. All right. So what are the changes that you have made? Those of you who are e-hailing cab drivers, why am I having issues with e-hailing cab drivers? You might as well call in and talk to us about the changes that you're making. Because why are you on that app? Why are you on that platform, registered under that platform, and you're expected to get people at a certain amount that you have agreed with? Or that the people, you signed a memorandum, maybe not a memorandum, but you signed an agreement with these people to work with them. So there's a certain percentage that comes to you. So why should you now demand extra money from the passenger? That's not the topic. Before we make it the topic, I'm going to leave that topic for Jude. But my topic is the changes that you have made amid the economic situation. Perhaps you're a cab driver and these days you now carry people free of charge. Oh, you're no longer doing free. Chikodiri Destiny Onyechi Goziri. Ooh, I like that name. Says, what changes do you expect people to make when one man kept suffering the whole country every day? Well, perhaps you could tell me the changes that you have made or you intend to make. I'm not expecting any particular changes from you. I just want you to share with me the changes you have made. All right. Emmanuel Bassi says, I don't go to places that are not necessary anymore. I do more of calling than visiting. Precious Mene says, for me, I don't spend money on girlfriends anymore. I concentrate on my family affair. Thank God, though, for economic situation. Ephraim Ochiole says, I don't go on free ride. I go for ordinary water instead of mineral or bottled water. So what's ordinary water? Okay. Stephen Ibudu says, I know they eat belly full again, no? And I come get big head. All right. Oko Namdi says, I now trek to work. Okay, now you're walking to work. That's a good thing. Your body will appreciate you for that, right? Exactly. La 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 la. All right, Julius Ephraim sent me how many messages on Facebook. You say, even though the economy of the nation is hard, but as far as God is providing for me, I still give my little support to the needy once I'm out there. My sister, I know in this life when you give, you have more because our God is faithful and bigger than the problem of Nigeria. All right. Julie Best Business. All right. That's what you called yourself. Thank you. Who else do I have here? I'm seeing more of messages. I think that's better because I don't know if the last person that called, I don't know if it was her fault or it was actually the phone lines, acting up. But it's all good. Okay. No name. What's your name? Your name is Jonathan. I'm seeing other messages you sent. You said, these days, saving is the real deal for me from electricity and money, especially because I really want to leave the country for the rightful owners. So who are the rightful owners? If you are not one of them. This person says, I have cut down on not making unnecessary visitations and not allowing it either. Cut down 3 square meals to 2. Increase the time of resting while inactive. more often, calling family, friends, and associates to check up on their well-being. Victor Adokiye, George Will. And then Ernest from Woji says, as I'm talking to you now, we have lights since last night and the heat is too much, but I can't on my fan because I'm using prepaid. We now use hand fan. Another thing I stopped doing now is for the last 7 months, I've not gone to any girl's DM to tell her how much I can't breathe without her. I don't do those rubbish no more. Now the air is enough for you. Woohoo! I can't breathe without you. You took my breath away. Okay, by the time they tell you to show walking, you will not know if true, you cannot breathe without her. All right, thank you so much. Oh, that was quite hilarious. Amefula Innocent, did I read your message? Yes, I read this message on Facebook. And then Julius, I also read your message. Okay, you can also keep sending your messages. I would definitely read them after the interview that's coming up at 1:10. All right, so I'll read those messages. So you can send them. Still get on Facebook. We're live there. Get on Facebook and drop your comments. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. You see the question. You see what's that thing called? Is it a banner? The flyer. It's not a flyer. Anyway, you see everything about the program there. What changes have you made because of the economic situation is what I'm asking you, because we're talking about lifestyle changes amid economic situation. So on Facebook, you can go and drop your messages. I'll read them later. And then you can send me a message via WhatsApp to 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. All right, we have trending stories coming up, and afterwards, some music, and then an interview. And I'll be back. My name is Constance.